Hello everybody, Elijah here, and we are playing Wuthering Waves. And we will be doing a full 1 year account review, free to play until today. And I'll go into later in this video about what I decided to spend my money on for the very first time in this game later. But if you're excited and you want more Wuthering Waves content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Okay, so start things off with any account review. Boom. I'm currently Union level 75. And yeah, I've been playing this game since release. I haven't been playing it every single day since release. I did take like a month or two off, though I did take a little bit of a break, and then I came back really for Brand. Brand is really what brought me back to this game, I'm not gonna lie. I think, and I'll go into him more in details later, but I think he is probably the most fun and my favorite character in this game. Let's go ahead and go over, I guess, my Resenators, who I own, who I don't own, and all those kind of things. I think this is better to show them like here. I guess to start things off, these are the 4 costs that I owe. I own all the 4 costs. Look at that. I didn't even know. I own all the 4 cost units. I finally got Alto recently. He was like the last one that was taking forever to just come home to my account because I really wanted this character to build him. But my gosh, it took forever to finally get Alto, and I finally got my first copy on this most recent banner. And then we have all my other Resonators here. Out of the standard 5 cost Resonators, I do not have Ling Yang yet, and I honestly never want to see him ever. Like, I would be fine with my entire account never having Ling Yang for the rest of history. I do not like this character. Sorry to the people who like the character though, like I'm just not a fan. I did skip like these 3 banners, and I'll kind of like go over like why I skip certain banners and things of that nature, and it will make sense later. But I did skip these 3 banners. I did not pull for them at all, and I did do a Cheng-Li video. That was like my first like summoning video, going for her as well as her weapon. And that's kind of like the thing that I do for a lot of characters, is that I pull for them and their weapon if I really, really like them. And Cheng-Li was that for me. Like, I was like, I really like this character. I think her weapon looks amazing, and I want to have like the character and the weapon. And because the weapon, there isn't like a 50-50, and I don't have to like worry about pity or things like that. I was like, yeah, yeah. I'm going to go for the character and the weapon, and I was gonna do that for every character that I like a lot. And you can kind of probably assume what character I did that next to, being Bran. But again, before we get to Bran, we got, our Jing Liao, who I got for free during the event. Um, Shorekeeper I didn't get till her rerun. I actually skipped her banner, as well as Camilla. I did not get her until her rerun. Um, got these very, very early. So technically speaking, after Cheng-Li, I didn't officially summon for a unit until Brant was released. I think I went the entirety, right, because I did not have to summon for him because I got it for free, and then I just did not summon at all. I think I did try to summon for Shorekeeper, missed the 50-50, and just like, I think that's when like I quit the game for a little bit for like a month or two. And then, I did not summon until Brand. And with Brand, I got him and his weapon. And then after Brand, I started to just not care. I started to not save up anymore because I was like, we're probably not going to get another male character until like a year from now. So I was like, you know what, who cares? I'm going to just start summoning on anybody and just see if I get lucky. And that's how I hit Camilla, Shorekeeper, and then most recently I got Zanny and Phoebe on this current banner rotation. And I literally one-tapped Zanny, and I had to pity Phoebe. So right now, I'm a little drained on resources, but that's typically how my characters and who I got and how I got them and how that went out. And now let's go over their builds. Now, a lot of my characters are built horribly because I prioritize wanting to use
Well,
them,
whatever it
not
is, I'll
necessarily them
play my
having the
role to
most
the fullest.
optimal best gear in the world. So like as long as they're usable and I can like play with them, like they, like they have very like budget bare minimum gear. There's some characters I'm trying to like actually perfect their gear, but again, it's a work in progress. It takes a lot of time. We have a lot of characters, and when you've been playing free to play for a majority of the game until today, um, you just don't have that many resources or supplies often. So it takes a lot of time to build up a lot of or a lot of time to build up a lot of characters.
Plan
But
with
yeah, we're gonna start
convention,
off with Cheng
then
Li.
conquer
Her crit
by
damage is horrible.
ingenuity.
Her crit rate is, but she does have her weapon, which is embarrassing to have this crit damage weapon and still have crappy crit damage. Like my rolls on her gear, not the best. Not the best at all, but these are her, skill enhanced. She does not have any, I don't think any of the limited characters I have, what are these? Wave bands for? I don't have any wave bands for any of the limited characters to my knowledge. I guess we will see. But yeah, that is her build. It works. Like, it's not the best, but it works. Right, and then we have a Baran, my
To
pride and
which
joy.
stage will life
Love
guide
him
us next?
2%, 2, well, technically like 1.4% off of like the
Well,
perfect
whatever it is,
amount of
I'll play
energy
my role
regen,
to the
right?
fullest.
I do have his weapon. Again, like I said, I did not summon until Bran. Like I summoned for Cheng Li, got her and her weapon, and then I just didn't summon until Bran. So that was like 4 or 5 banners. So I definitely had a lot of resources saved up, and I went for both him and his weapon. But the crazy thing is, I one tapped him and his weapon. So I didn't even have to use my resources that much. So that was the crazy part. I have gotten pretty lucky when it comes to the characters that I like, and I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, no wave fans. I might, when he has like an actual rerun and not like an anniversary banner rerun, but like a different one, then which who knows how long that'll be. I might actually summon for him again. I just don't want to do this on an anniversary. I don't want to summon for copies of him on an anniversary banner where it doesn't carry over. So like I don't want to like lose a 50-50 and then it like be a bad thing, right?
Hopefully,
Then we
he'll make new
have our,
friends.
I guess our number one healer before we actually got the real number one healer. Um, she has kind of like whatever here. I don't really think her gearing matters. Like her level, she's not even fully level. Like she's a support character. You don't really have to invest that much in them. And I don't have any weight bands on her. And then we have, I guess I could do this by teams, right? The teams that I actually use. The teams that I actually use. We're gonna do our Camilla team next.
I
We
should try to
have.
smile more, you say?
We're gonna start off with
Would you like
Camilla.
a fun
Her stats are a
game
little bit better
between the two
from
of
the looks of
us?
it, right? Her crit rate is pretty decent. I mean, she's like literally 0.1% off from having pretty decent crit rate. Crit damage is not too bad. She's on the standard banner crit rate weapon. And yeah, why is her stats? What's going on with my Ching-Li? Like, what? Oh, we didn't look at the individual gear pieces, and honestly, it's probably for the best. But what's going on here? What's going on here? It's probably because I have her on a crit damage, and then she and Ching-Li is probably on crit rate, I'm assuming. Yes. Maybe I need to put her on a crit damage one, and maybe I can get those stats to be a little bit better. Who knows? But yeah, and then I guess she also says crit damage. I don't know. I don't know why my Chingli is struggling. Her gear is just that bad, I guess. But yes, here is my Camilla,
I should
and then
try to
we
smile more, you
have
say?
the
Like
probably
this?
the one of the like 3, 4 cost units that are irrelevant. Um, love her. I kind of should move her to a like I guess I have another one of these. I should probably fully max it out and give it to her so she's on a crit rate weapon, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter too much. And her gear is kind of whatever, like she is on a support build for leveling. She is fully weight banned out. She got all the weight bands, right? Like fully maxed out. And then we have Shorekeeper, who again I didn't summon till her most recent rerun, and that's how I got her. She is on a 4-star weapon. Don't really, I mean, I feel like for support characters, don't really need their 5-star weapon like the limited support characters, IMO. And then here are her, skill awakenings and things like that, and no wave bands. And then we have my final team that I use or have been practicing with that, my gosh, nobody told me that this team actually required like a brain. Like it is a little difficult to play around, to be completely honest. With like how you
Today
have to
will
do
be a
your combos and
fine
things.
day.
To be
Anything I
completely
can
honest,
help you
we
with?
have my Zany who, oh, I did summon. I did summon. When his banner was here, even though I got it for free, I did summon for his weapon. I did do that. I did do that. I did summon for his weapon, and that's why Zanny has this weapon, because I did do that. So yeah, this is where her gearing is at the current moment. Stats, again, not the best. It could be a lot better, but again, I like farmed literally like 3 days worth for gear, and I was like, I'm gonna settle with what I have, because that's just what it's gonna be. And I'm currently working on maxing her skills out a little bit more, but this is where she is currently. And then we
Today
have
will be a fine
BB,
day.
who again, because she is going to be purely a buffer for Zanny and this team comp, um, we're not really worried too much about her stats. She's on the 4-star weapon, and she's on the oh my gosh, I had the yawn, excuse me. She's on the Moonlit Cloud set. And then those are skill awakenings, and obviously no awakenings if we didn't, and we already went over a Shorekeeper. But those are my 3 main teams that I use or rotate between. And then we have some of my other 5-star characters. We have Jing Liao, who doesn't really have gear. I was farming for him at one point, but I never finished. So, we have this little piece here. I mean, this is a banger piece, by the way. A banger, one cost. And it was kind of like what inspired me to want to build him, and then I just never finished. I just never finished. So, it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll actually finish his build and get him fully geared, and also his skills awakening. I literally summoned him, or I didn't summon him. My bad, I hit my mic by the way. I got him for free from the event, which that event, by the way, the whole like festival fair thing, the most boring event I ever played, and honestly, it was probably that made me want to take a break from the game. But to be completely honest, that event was so boring. I cannot lie to you. But I did the event to get him for free because I was like, a free limited 5-star. Yeah, I'm gonna do the event. So that's what I did, and we got him.
Let
We
me be
also
there
have
for
our rover. I
everyone
play as the
as we head toward our
the
shared
female
future,
rover.
leaving the
The
past
only
behind.
ones that I have built is Havoc. I don't have Spectre and I don't have Arrow built, but I might build Arrow. Excuse me, because I yawn. I might build Arrow purely due to the fact that I love, and I mean I love her her animations. I love her animations, but yeah, I only have Havoc Rover built, and my gear for Havoc Rover is what's on Camilla at the current moment. And I guess that's why she has good gear, because I definitely did farm a lot for Havoc Rover, because I had only her and Chingling as my only DPSs for the longest, so I actually had to build them out. Um, I say that as you see that I don't even have this fully maxed out, but yeah, I do have all of the way bands for Rover. And then we have Mortefi, who I build, kind of. I was gonna use him, and then I never used him. So he's kind of just there, right? Like he has kind of like whatever. And then we
Perfect
have,
weather for a walk
oh,
today.
I don't really know how to say her name properly.
Oh, oh,
So we have Miss T here. That's what
maybe
I was gonna
not.
say. So I don't, get attacked for saying her name wrong. Who actually has like a gear set that I had for her. Was this the? She probably had a different. I think she had this. I think she had this piece right here. I cannot lie. I'm pretty sure she had that piece right there, or maybe something similar to that. And you know, she was semi-built because I had her paired with Cheng Ling. So like before Brant, you had her, right? Like you were using her instead of Brant. And then we have Encore, who was like I think the selector. Actually, I don't think I've used the selector yet, but she is essentially who I got as my first 5-star character. I keep yawning. Oh my gosh. She's basically who I got as my first 5-star character, and she was basically who I played all the way up until Shangling, and a Rover. And you know, she doesn't have any gear or any leveling. And then everybody else, I don't think I've
Let's
really
reach
touched.
sometime. Another day.
I see my
We
way
have
clear.
Calcharo, Mr. Calcharo, who, you know, kind of a fan favorite between some people. I do have uh, his first wave ban because of, you know, losing a 50-50 and things of that nature, right? But I do have him,
I'll do my
and
best.
then I do have her. I wonder, do I have her wave ban? Nope. And then again, we have the other
Anything I can help.
for
Nice
cost units,
pick.
and that
You won't regret
covers
choosing Alto's
all my
service.
resonators that I own, that I have built, that I don't have built. Resonators that I may build in the future.
The
Obviously, I want to
experiment
build him
begins.
at some point, and I also kind of want to build Lumi at
Eyes
some
on the
point. I think
horizon.
her kit is really cool and unique. Um, but again, I don't really have. It's kind of one of those things. Like I feel like most 4-star characters don't really come online until you have their final wave ban, so it's kind of like I avoid them until I actually fully max them out, and you know that's why I have, you know, the 4-stars that I do have built. I have them built because they're wave bans. I keep yawning. I've yawned like 20 times. I keep. Anyway, the 4-stars I do have built, their wave bans are like fully there, right? Like I've played around that. But yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe there are other 5-stars like Ding Jin that I might build. I see so many people's solo content with this character. I have no idea how they're doing it, and I could potentially do it. I feel like I could do it. I feel like I could build her up and try it out. Things of that nature. But yeah, when it comes to like the end game content or whatever, I have like 22 out of 30. I don't really do this or like prioritize clearing this too much because I am not really that big of a fan of Tower Diversity. I mean, it's like fun for a little bit, but it's kind of like not really kind of whatever. And then I guess the other end game content is Whimpering Waves, which it was reset, so I have not done that yet. So we'll have to clear that, I suppose. So there's that as well, and then Exploration, 100% everything. I love this region. This region was so beautiful, was so much fun, and it really brought me back into this game. I'm not gonna lie, I 100% everything, and I've collected everything. I've done it all. I've done it all. Now, for the other ones, we have Blackshore, which I neglected completely, and then we have, you know, this is kind of like a little scattered, a little all over the place. I will go back and actually 100% all of these now that I am actually playing the game like actively again. But yeah, Black Shores, I don't know what it is. This is like people's favorite region too, which is crazy, but I just never really cared about it. Um, it was a big skip for me, I cannot lie. So was not a fan, but yeah, I've cleared out most of the stuff, at least for these regions and areas here. And then, is there anything else to go over? Is there anything else? Oh, what did I hit? What did I hit? Okay. Um, events. I mean, I cleared through most of the events. And then we have, you know, like like I've finished, I think all of the, well, hold on. I'm missing that one. And then, oh, I guess I haven't done this. I haven't finished this yet. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot all about this. What do I need to do? I need to do this. Okay. Rewards. Hello. I didn't even realize I haven't done that yet. This is why it's nice to do account reviews, to like see what you haven't done. I also have the anniversary. I've cleared everything. I haven't completely finished all of the challenges, but I'm up to floor 18. But I will finish that at some point. I mean, it's a permanent event, so like I've gotten the limited rewards, so I can kind of just do that whenever. I can finish that when I want to. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything with my review. It looks like somebody's fighting over there. Somebody got beef over there behind me. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your accounts are like in Wuthering Waves. Are you new to the game? Did you just start playing recently due to the anniversary? Or are you a person who's been playing since release and
May
just
thy
getting back
love
into it?
endure
Let me know in
forever,
the comments below,
never
and I will see you
ceasing.
all in the next video.
Hmm?
Is what I would be saying if I was actually ending the video. I completely forgot.
Oh, there you are.
The first thing that I was going to spend money on, and I already did it, was the Battle Pass. That's it. That's it. I bought the Battle Pass for the first time. I think the rewards are a lot better. Like, they've updated the rewards. They're really nice, and I would say if there was anything you're gonna spend money on, it would be the Battle Pass. I wouldn't even buy the like weekly what is it? What is it? What is this? Like, yeah, this is like good value, but like I wouldn't fall into the trap of purchasing this over and over again. IMO, in my own personal opinion. But yeah, I missed this event, by the way. And then, I guess these resources, what I have currently sitting up, stored up, and then obviously I have not spent any on this. Well, I guess I wouldn't really. There's no way for you, because I think this reset, like the top up bonuses, because my friend was like, oh, the top up bonus resets, I get to buy them all again. So essentially, this is, I can't really like prove to you like I haven't spent, but like you could just take my word, I guess, or not. I don't really care either way. But yeah, the first thing I purchased was the Battle of Pass to end my free to play streak because I just feel like it's a very high value, especially now. I don't think it was that high value in the past, but since everything is like selectors, like you can select what you want versus just being given like something of the nature, like it's really, really nice because you can kind of just like pick what you need when you need it. I think that's like very, very high value when you have that kind of choice. But yeah, now I'm ending the video. So, peace.